everybody and welcome back to my channel. If you're new then hi, my name is Caitlin, welcome, and today we are going to be filming a video if I could only keep 5 eyeshadow palettes, which it was hard. It was hard for me, but not in the way you may expect. It was hard finding palettes that don't dupe each other too much. That was the hard thing about this. These aren't necessarily my top 5 eyeshadow palettes in my collection. These are just the 5 that complement each other the most and get the most like spectrum of shades. Does that make sense? Who knows? But this is what we're doing today. If my whole collection disappeared but I could keep 5 eyeshadow palettes, these are the 5 that I would keep. They play off each other really well, they contrast each other beautifully, and I feel like I can get pretty much all of my favourite looks with these palettes. But just before we jump into it, if you have not already, please like and subscribe because it would mean the world to me. And yeah, let's just get on with it. Okay, so the first one I'm just going to fly through. We already know. The Carnival XL Pro palette is my child. It is my baby. This is what it looks like. It has everything that you could ever ask for in this. Every colour. It's washing me out. But we're just gonna deal with it because it is beautiful. This is my child, like I said. The one thing I will say, the shimmers in this do lack a little bit, but crease work, matte work, this palette has never steered me wrong. It has got every single shade that you could possibly imagine. We all know, I've raved about this palette so much on my channel. We don't need to go into it anymore. It's perfect. For someone who loves colour like me, I can get pretty much any crease look that I could kind of want from that palette, and that is the most important thing. I knew that I needed a staple blue palette, and the first palette that came into my mind was the Colourpop Blue Moon palette. I love that palette. That palette loves me. We are in a committed relationship. However, and it pains me to say this, it really does pain me to have to say this, I didn't pick that palette because it's so one note. You can do blue looks with it, you can do blue looks, or you can do blue looks. There's no range in it. So I decided to go with my Beauty Bay, I was going to say BH Cosmetics, my Beauty Bay Book of Magic palette. So this is what this palette looks like on the inside. I'm sure you've all seen it before. We've of course got blues down at the bottom here. However, we also have teals, which I love working with as well. I love a teal look. We also have some neutrals for the days that you're just going to work, going to school, going to Aldi. Don't really want to put too much effort into your makeup. We have the neutrals, and then we have the purples, which honestly I could take or leave. I really don't use these purples pretty much ever. But for the blues, the purples, and the neutrals, this is something that just spoke to me. It really did. And of course, I love my Blue Moon palette. I love it with all my heart, but I would only be reaching for it for very specific looks. This you can get quite a wide range with, and that is why, at the end of the day, even though it makes me so sad, this palette did win over the Blue Moon, which it really does make me sad. And it also has this beautiful duochrome shade. This is Crystal, the kind of green to brown duochrome in that palette. It's just really special. It's yeah, it just offers more. I think that's the only thing. It just offers a wider range. So the next palette number 3, is my ABH Subculture palette. Now, I tried to dupe shades. I'm not including the Carnival XL Pro for the duping because honestly that outdupes everything. It's got so many shades. But a process that I went on when I was picking out these palettes was what shades are in the other palettes. So we have like a setting shade. We've got obviously Electric and Crystal are very, very similar. But other than that, this is very unique. This is very grungy. This axis, it's like a dark teal. That will work with the, why do I forget the name of this all the time? The Book of Magic. That works with the Book of Magic beautifully. It does also have these like more grungy pops of yellow, which I love. I've started to love yellow. Ever since the Honey went into my No Pan Left Behind project, I've just been mad on yellow. I don't know what it is. You have cool tone neutrals here as well. Mercury and Rowdy make the most beautiful cool tone neutral eye look. If you haven't tried it, try it. It's amazing. You obviously have more warm tones in here as well, but I just feel like this is so autumnal, so grungy, so beautiful, and I love my Subculture palette. I know there are a few people who really don't like this palette. I just think it's beautiful. It's definitely up there in like my top 5 palettes. So the next 2 palettes aren't palettes that I necessarily adore. However, I'll save the most shocking one till last. But they do serve very unique purposes. Okay, so we'll start with the more boring one. This is the That's Taupe palette. I know. This is just beautiful. So beautiful. I realised I don't have any cool toned shimmers, so that this palette provides some cool toned shimmers. There are a few little repeat shades, so Boa, we kind of have Pebble Beach, but this dark shade, Bedrock, Rocksteady and Python, they're all very different and they do appear different on the eyes, and I think that's a big thing. They can look different in the pan, but if they don't look different on the eyes, then what's the point in having them? And this is just more of a cool toned way to go kind of thing. I feel like the Subculture, you can get very warm or you can get very cool. This is cool leaning neutral, you know? And again, it also provides shimmers. These 2 palettes, the Book of Magic and the Subculture, don't really have too many shimmers. This will provide the shimmers, and obviously the shade Slated. Come on, it's beautiful. It's so beautiful. So yeah, that would be my number 4. And now I'm still shocked at myself for this. I really am. I would not expect this palette to be in this video, but I was going through my collection and I was trying to dupe out all the shades, and this palette is very unique in my collection, and that is something that I found out through this video. So this is my Huda Beauty Orange Obsessions palette. This was very recently in a No Pans Left Behind project, and I just fell in love with it. I don't know. I found out that this is so unique in my collection. Yes, I have other sunset palettes. I have the Sunset Horizons, I have, I don't know, the Colourpop monochromatic palettes, the yellow, the orange, the red. However, this is nothing like them. This is so unique. And yeah, I don't reach for these shades on an everyday basis. I am more of a cool tone neutral blues, like smoky eye kind of gal. But every now and then, I just want a very bright pop of colour. The Subculture, the Book of Magic, and That's Taupe don't have very bright shades. The Carnival does, but I mean, not in the same way. Not in the same way. This is just so unique. I'm just so baffled that I would pick this to have if I only have 5 palettes. I'm still, what? Because I don't think to reach for this. When I'm just like doing my makeup, I don't think, oh, the Huda Orange Obsessions, I need to wear that today. Never, not once. But I don't even know. There's just something about it. It's so different. It's so summer. And that's what's missing out of all of these. I think if I just had these 4, I'd be missing a bit of summer. I'd be missing a bit of bright, poppy, neon shades. And I think this just works well for that. I don't know. Call me crazy, because I really think I am. I think I'm crazy for picking that. So yeah, these are the palettes that I would pick if I could only keep 5 palettes in my collection. Such a hard decision. Oh my goodness me. I'm a little baffled still. Obviously there were some that were just no-brainers, like the Carnival, but like even the fact that we don't have the blue moon in this video breaks my heart a little bit, because I love the blue moon. me and the blue moon, like this. But yeah, I just wanted the widest variety that I could possibly manage with just 5 palettes, and I really think that I captured that in this video. So let me know what your 5 palettes would be. I'm so intrigued. Maybe I haven't tried them. Maybe I'll need to give them a look, because I'm all about finding new makeup. I know, that low buy lasted not very long. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like and subscribe, because it would mean the world to me, and I will see you in the next video.